All right, welcome into our Game of the Week preview brought to you by Dunn Chevy in Oregon. Here on the BCSN Nation podcast powered by Marco's Pizza. This week, coming up Friday night, 7:30 p.m. live on BCSN, we'll have the championship game of the Defiance Holiday Tournament. Now, this is how this is going to work. It's going to be Thursday and Friday. We got 4 teams involved: Defiance and Anthony Wayne, Start, and St. Francis. All 4 of these teams are going to be battling it out to see who can come away with the title at the end of it, 7:30 p.m. on Friday, live on BCSN. I mean, this is going to be a bit of a gauntlet here. We got good teams, like we mentioned, Start, St. Francis, Anthony Wayne, struggling a little bit so far at the beginning portion of the season. Defiance in there. Mason, what do we got here?
Well, that Defiance Anthony Wayne game is interesting because both teams are trying to get it going. Defiance, another team that has been okay to start the season. They're not very big. Again, I feel like I keep repeating myself. We're seeing, I don't know what it is that, like, all the size is concentrated in a few places and it's not spread around like at all. St. Francis has the Hortons, who are 6'8" and 6'11".
Yes.
The Anthony Wayne girls, the Benders are tall, and the Pikes are volleyball players as well. So there's a lot of size at some concentrated areas, and then a lot of teams that don't have anybody who's over like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and Defiance fits that mold. We mentioned the Anthony Wayne struggles to start the year. They have some depth, but they're getting used to varsity basketball, and nobody's in the same role that they were in from a season ago. That Start St. Francis game is interesting to me because that could be a race to 35 points. I mean, those are 2 very tough defensive teams who are happy to dictate a kind of slow pace. I mean, we just saw St. Francis do just that against Central Catholic. Central Catholic wants to play a game in the 60s. They're happy to play a game that they win 43-41. And they'll have a significant size advantage there. I would guess, I would project an Anthony Wayne win in that first game because they desperately need one, as does Defiance. I'm thinking probably an Anthony Wayne St. Francis championship game, which I think could be really interesting. 2 kind of different teams. Anthony Wayne likes to shoot the 3. Griff Pike is a really good player. If St. Francis can find a way to shut him down, if you put Raheem Brown on him, or you put maybe Vince Ferguson on him, who is another guy that can be an X factor for that team, that is another 3-and-D guy, an inside-out threat. It's going to be really interesting. And I tell you, what I'm most excited about is just to see the gym out in Defiance, because I've been hearing about it for the last couple of years. It looks like a small college venue.
Yeah,
it is.
They got a beautiful facility.
It is super nice. It's, I think locally you could compare it maybe to Rossford and their new field house. Just from the pictures I've seen. So I'm really excited to make the trip out there. We're always treated well when we go to Defiance. We cover baseball out there every year during the tournament. I can't wait to see the gym. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and looking at the gym, I can't wait to see the product on the court. I'm really just locked into this Start versus St. Francis game. I think this will be the premier game of this this tournament, where these 2 teams could actually end up being the top teams in their in this tournament here, but more so in that league. I really like what St. Francis got going on. I like the projection that Coach K has taken these guys from last year, having them take a step up into this year. Now the confidence is all the way there. For Start, I'm still trying to figure them out. I'm still trying to figure out what Start's going to be in the next 2 or 3 weeks, So this is a good a test for this team if they can go out here and win this tournament. And you said it for Defiance and Anthony Wayne. If you're Defiance, you definitely want to protect your home court. You want to come out here. You're going to have a packed house, BCSN in there. You're going to see the BCSN trucks outside. Everybody's going to be ready to get going. So Anthony Wayne, you talked about it, and Mason, and I agree 1,000% with you. I think this is their game to lose. They got to come out here and just make sure they take care of the ball. Griff Pike, he is special, and they've been waiting to get this thing going. So this is all about him and finding a way to be a leader on his basketball team. But I do agree we should probably see Anthony Wayne versus St. Francis in this championship round, and I think that's going to be a very fun game to watch.
All right. I like it.
Can I just jump on my soapbox real quick?
Yeah, real fast.
Because I know we're low on time here. The one thing that I don't like about the new NLL is the fact that it's robbed us of some holiday tournaments. Because all these teams are in the same league now, and you can't play a holiday tournament game against somebody in your own conference. So we've lost the tournament at Clay, which was big and invited freshman teams and JV teams, and it was like a whole few days of games, and it was great. Southview had a really good tournament for a few years that was always a lot of fun. Defiance now is kind of like the only one. All the other teams are having to go out of state, out of area to play in stuff like this. So I'm glad the Defiance one's going on, but I miss those other ones.
Well, guess what? We're going to probably have a BCSN tournament next year. Watch out for it.
Perfect.
Love it. Okay. All right.
Get it going. We'll do our own tournament.
20th year extravaganza.
There
How
we
about
go.
it, Mace? I like it.
All right. Well, that's it for our Game of the Week